Hi everyone, this is Deborah. This is probably the very first video I've done late at night. It is now 10 minutes to 9 on a Thursday, and I'm washing clothes, which is what I do every night, but the snake has still not been found out of my granddaughter's car. She has totally taken it apart, and I still have the rash, and my doctor still hasn't returned my email on the portal, but I was told they have up to 72 hours. So my son just went to the grocery store and brought me mahi tuna, and it tastes like steak. Oh my God. He puts dill and horseradish. Oh my God, it'll definitely clean out my nose. But I told him tonight the story about the Burger King man. And yes, my gray hair, I'm letting it go natural. I think it looks beautiful. So this is the story about the Burger King man. My son said, "Mom, this is the kind of stuff you need to put on your channel." So here goes. Here we go. Positive vibes only. Now stay tuned. Wait till the end. It gets better, people. If you just watched my last video about the number one reason why women file for divorce, this is not my opinion. This is definitely facts. Okay. I talked about how women get a little upset when they have to do everything. So, as I told you in that video, I would decorate every Christmas for huge employee parties where I would put money in an envelope on a tree. Then my ex would also give them a bonus, and I would cook for 2 weeks, and I decorated even the chicken coop. Because I own bucket trucks, I would even put lights up in the tree. I mean, I decorated the office, everything. And not just stick something up. My brother once told me that I should have been a professional decorator. Okay, so here goes. I left my ex. I had had enough, and I moved to my summer home in Ocean City. I decided to give him like one more chance. I drove 4 hours back, and I had asked only one thing of him, that he would put up a 3-foot Christmas tree. Just 3 foot. When I knew he didn't have much money that Christmas, because when you own a seasonal business, money's tight around Christmas. There was many Christmases like that. But I would always pay our bills up early so we wouldn't be hurting during the winter, if you know what I mean. I would pay all the bills up 3 months in advance, because you have to do this with seasonal work. So I come into the house so excited. I ask him just to decorate this 3-foot tree. I walk in. Oh yeah, he decorated it. Guess how many bulbs was on it? 1. I was so sad. I was already now sad and in a bad mood. And then when I realized, of course I knew he didn't have much money, but when I realized he didn't even write me a love note or anything. You guys need to write love notes. If you don't have money, just write a love note. Okay? I walked in his bedroom. He was curled up in a fetal position, and I threw the tree at him when I realized there was no presents, nothing, not even a love note. And I told him so. He says, "Well, I'm sick." I said, "Oh, really? I'm going to treat you how you treat me when the last time I was sick. I was in my bathroom, laying on my marble floor, like in pain to the point where I really should have gone to the hospital. He actually steps over me, doesn't even ask how I am or nothing, and he leaves and he goes to work. I said to him, I'm going to treat you how you treat me. I'm going to leave." And I did. And I don't regret it. I've waited a long time to treat him as like he treats me. So I get in my Hummer and I drive all the way to La Plata, Maryland, and I couldn't drive anymore. I couldn't see through the tears. And I stopped in the Burger King parking lot, crying my eyes out, feeling so sorry for myself. And then I saw this man. I now know that he was homeless. He was going through the trash cans. And I couldn't understand why he was having a hard time. He pulled something out of the trash and he bit into it and he like jerked it out of his mouth when he bit into it. And all of a sudden it dawned on me that it was a frozen hamburger. And that's when I realized that I needed to put my life into perspective, that there was more serious issues out there than just a Christmas tree with one bulb and no love letter. I realized that there are people that are worse off. And that even made me cry even more. What I should have done is got out of the Hummer and went and bought him a warm meal. But you see, I was so self-absorbed with my own issues. I wasn't thinking straight. But there was another time in my life where I found someone walking down the street. I think it was in Fredericksburg, in Falmouth. And I saw this man in the middle of like 5-degree weather with no coat on. And I could tell he was homeless. This was the one time I was thinking correctly. I actually stopped my car and gave him a coat. I had always carry an extra coat in my car, and I gave him a coat. So no matter how bad your life is, there's always somebody out there that could use your help. So that is my Burger King story, and my son wanted me to share that with you. And keep in mind, I raised him to help women. He's the one that actually works the 10-hour days, up at 5 a.m. He's in bed by 8. He's the one that actually fixes dinner and also does the dishes. And that's how I raised him. So he is the exception. So let him be an example to some of you guys who just come home, take off your work boots, and flop on the couch. There are some good guys out there, and I know some of you all are my subscribers, and a lot of you all was concerned about me because I was very, very sad the last 2 weeks. I think I cried for 3 days. But that's another video. And I will say good night.